Obi-Wan Kenobi is getting review bombed now because Ewan McGregor said racists have no place in this fandom. Same thing happened to The Last Jedi years ago when Rian Johnson called out those fans. Sick and tired of people pretending most hate for The Last Jedi was valid. Before I get started, I'd like to kindly ask that you hit the like button, and please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.
Do or do not. There is no try.
I don't know about anybody else, but it's starting to feel like to me that there is an initiative in place to delegitimize certain valid criticisms. Because if you're like me, a free thinker who doesn't really abide by the groupthink philosophy, odds are you will experience some kind of backlash for approaching things in that manner.
Fuck me, right?
We live in a world where it's all of a sudden not okay to disagree with the perceived popular consensus, as evidenced by the tweet in the top of this video. I'm not sitting here denying that there are racist people in the world, or that there are trolls on the internet who take pleasure in talking bad about certain things, or trying to sabotage certain things. But for someone to suggest that Obi-Wan Kenobi is being review bombed on Rotten Tomatoes because Ewan McGregor said racists have no place in fandom is just 100% absolute bullshit.
Bullshit.
I believe the reason it's being framed that way is to try to silence people, to try to delegitimize certain people's honest opinion. And that, my friends, is where I have a big issue with all of this. I pride myself on my honesty and my ability to be unbiased about anything. And quite frankly, tweets like this and people like this are attacking other people's integrity. To be clear, I don't have shit to prove to any of these people, and I never will, but I also have the right to defend myself and others against this bullshit narrative.
You son of a bitch.
And by the way, to try to compare this situation to the Last Jedi situation already lets me know where I stand with you. It tells me you are a corporate apologist who is bending over backwards to try to make excuses for garbage entertainment. Now, of course, everyone is entitled to their opinion, but when your opinion attacks my opinion, then all that fair play shit goes out the window. You're sick and tired of people pretending most of the hate for The Last Jedi was valid? Well, I'm personally tired of people pretending that The Last Jedi isn't the incohesive piece of shit that it is. But guess what? We all have to hear things we don't want to because that's how the world works. This person went on to say, it's very clear that the issue here is how fandom hatred, fueled by monetary gain, influences the entire landscape of entertainment discussion.
Now shut the fuck up and let me do my job!
Okay, a couple things here. This notion that being negative about something is somehow fueled by possible financial gain is complete bullshit. Let me ask you this question. Who do you think's going to get invited to premieres or get those exclusives? Is it going to be the shills, or is it going to be people like me who think Disney Star Wars sucks? The truth is that I haven't gained anything financially from talking about Star Wars in a negative way. The conversations I'm starting are fueled by my love for this once great franchise and my desire to make it what it once was.
That makes sense.
I'm not satisfied by anything with Star Wars in the title. I have standards. And honestly, I think I'm a better judge of quality because of it. Here's a question. How do you take someone's opinion seriously if all they do is consistently praise everything that Lucasfilm does? For some reason, no one ever has an issue with that type of biased reaction. Why? Because the people, like this Twitter account, aren't being honest with themselves, and they're just telling people what they think they want to hear.
Stop being a bitch and come on.
They're trying to appease people like this person who says, imagine not enjoying Obi-Wan Kenobi. Dead emojis. Imagine not being able to hear a difference of opinion. Imagine being so weak-minded that you constantly need your opinion validated by others. Yeah, that's someone whose opinion I'm going to trust. Someone who chooses to remain blissfully ignorant about the clear issues with this show and this franchise. Imagine enjoying poorly written entertainment and then going out of your way to make excuses for it. As if the company who is now making it doesn't have unlimited resources to make it as great as it's ever been. But yeah, the guys making videos in their basement are the real problem with entertainment. Are you fucking kidding me? And then we have this tweet from another person doing mental gymnastics to try to justify a piss-poor product. Someone critiquing Reva because her dialogue is cheesy? My friend, do you know what franchise you're watching? Cheesy dialogue is Star Wars bread and butter. It's half the fun.
Haven't you ever heard of the healing power of laughter?
While I will admit that Star Wars has always had a certain level of cheesiness, I'm going to tell you the real problem with this comparison. First of all, I wouldn't say that Reva's dialogue is cheesy, so much that it's out of place and poorly delivered. And even if it is cheesy or campy, that only works if it's delivered in a digestible way. It's up to you to sell that cheesiness to the audience who is watching. Now, the prequels dialogue was very cheesy, and here's the thing about that. Even though there are things about the prequels I enjoy, you don't see me on Twitter trying to convince everyone that they are top-tier cinema. You see, I can admit when I like something even if it's bad, and that's the difference between me and people like this.
I don't like sand.
And the fact still remains is that Star Wars is being produced by the biggest production company on the planet. In reality, the franchise should have leveled up under their umbrella. Instead, it actually went backwards, so much so that people actually look at the prequels in a kinder light now. That's how bad Disney Star Wars has been. These conversations about the prequels would have never happened prior to 2016. Here are the facts. Obi-Wan Kenobi to me just is not a good show, and that has nothing to do with the skin color of any one of the characters. You have the lore breaking, you have the cheesy dialogue, you have sequences that make absolutely no sense, and if you take all of this into account, there is one very clear conclusion that can be drawn here. The people currently making Star Wars do not understand Star Wars. And the people who defend this shit adamantly are not good judges of quality. Because they will literally accept anything from this company because they think it makes them a righteous fan. They are trying to be white knights when in fact they end up looking like court jesters.
Get what you fucking deserve! Y'all be cool. Shut up.